Well, welcome to the Tuesday, March 10th, 2026 meeting of the Lewis and Clark County Commission. Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll take a minute and introduce all those on this end of the room. I'm going to start over here with Jenny Chambers, our Director of Public Works and Planning. Brandy Grandy is our recording secretary and puts together all the minutes for the meeting. Commissioner Andy Hunthausen to my left. I'm Tom Rolfe, chair of the commission this year. Commissioner Candace Payne to my right, and then Nico Hash and TJ Murphy are here representing the county attorney's office and trying to keep us legal and safe. And Roger Baltz, our chief administrative officer. There is a sign-in sheet on the other side of the bar. We'd like to have you sign in and leave information how we might contact you should we need to. We also, there's also an agenda there, so you can follow that as well. We do have a consent action item this morning. Mr. Baltz, do you want to present that?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair and Commissioners. This is item number 3A on the agenda this morning, just one item. It's Resolution 2026-14, declaring county property surplus property. Staff recommends approval of that item. Thank you.
All right. Are there any questions from the commission? Any questions from the commission? There being none, is there any public comment on this item? Any public comment? All right. Do we have a motion?
Mr. Chair, I would move that we approve Resolution 2026-14, consent action item 3A as presented.
Second.
Is there any discussion from the commission? Hearing none, we'll move to a vote. All those in favor of Resolution 2026-14, declaring county property surplus property, as presented by Mr. Baltz. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Pose same sign. Motion passes unanimously. Our next item on the agenda is a bid opening. Audra Zacherl.
Good morning, Chair Rolfe, Commissioners. I'm Audra Zacherl, Assistant Director of Public Works. This morning we have a bid opening for the 2026 paint striping project. This project generally consists of paint striping various county roads and in some RIDs, the white and the yellow striping that you see normally on the roadways. We have 3 bids to open this morning.
I should mention while Audra's doing that, the bids are brought in, they're sealed, and this is the first time they're opened, trying to make it as fair as possible for anybody who wants to make a bid.
Okay, this first bid that I'm opening this morning is from Solo Marking out of Billings, Montana. Okay, this bid has been signed. The addendum has been acknowledged. The bid security has been included. So the bid amount, unit price for items number 1 through 6 is $37 per gallon for a total bid amount of $76,997. Okay, the second bid that I will be opening this morning is from Highmark Traffic Services Incorporated. Okay, this bid has been signed. The addendum has been acknowledged. The bid security has been included. For the record, Highmark Traffic Services Incorporated is out of Billings, Montana. The total unit price for items number 1 through 6 is $34.95 per gallon for a total bid amount of $72,730.95. Okay, this last bid that I will be opening is from Highway Specialties Incorporated out of Black Eagle, Montana. Okay, this bid has been signed. The addendum has been acknowledged. The bid security has been included. Okay, for this bid, items number 1 and 2 are $40 per gallon. Item numbers 3 and 4 are $42 per gallon. Items 5 and 6 are $43 per gallon, for a total bid amount of $83,837. Staff would like to take these bids under advisement and return on Tuesday, March 24th with a recommendation for award. Are there any questions?
Any questions from the commission? Any questions? Commissioner?
Mr. Chair, Zacherl, just for public education, just a little bit about this is an annual thing that we do, and we typically stripe or restripe so many miles of paved surface roads that require striping or that we recommend for striping annually. Can you just talk about that a little bit? Some are in RID, some are on county roads, and they may be all over the county, right? So this is countywide effort. Just a little bit about it, just for.
Thank you. Yes. Chair Rolfe, Commissioners, this is an annual project. Not every year do all the roads need striped. We typically do a waterborne striping, and we do an analysis at the end of the winter season to see which roads are in need of striping, and we put a list together, and that's what we bid out. This year, in addition, we also have a couple roads that are in the East Helena that we're going to help them with, and also in Jefferson County roads that border with our county, and it makes sense just to run straight through and help them, and then we invoice them for that work.
Great. Partnerships as well. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
All right. Any other questions? All right. And the date you'd like to have us bring that back on again was?
Tuesday, March 24th.
All right. If there's no other comments or questions from the commission, is there any public comment on this item? Any public comment? Seeing none, do we have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the bid. Let's see, we approve the bid opening as presented by Audra Zacherl for the 2026 paint striping. And she
Refer to the staff?
and refer it to the staff for further analysis and bring it back to us with a recommendation.
On March 24th, is that right?
On March 24th, yes.
2 weeks from today. All right.
Second.
2026.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Any further discussion on this bid opening? Seeing none, all those in favor of taking these 3 bids, refer them to staff and have the staff come back with a recommendation for which bid to accept on March 24th. All those in favor of this say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously. Next item is a labor agreement between Lewis and Clark County and the Lewis and Clark County Sheriff Employees Association. Kari.
Good morning, Chair Rolfe, Commissioners. For the record, my name is Kari DesRosier, Human Resources Director for the county. Before you this morning is the collective bargaining agreement between Lewis and Clark County and the Lewis and Clark County Sheriff Employees Association. The contract is for a 2-year period beginning July 1, 2025 and ending June 30th of 2027. I've included a summary of pretty much all changes in the agreement, but I'm just going to highlight some of the bigger changes. So we just updated the health plan benefit contribution that will be made by the county for employees. We added a monthly stipend of $150 for MRDTF and VAWA coordinator assignments. That's the Violence Against Women assignment. We also increased the monthly stipend by $50 per month for deputies assigned to the Criminal Investigation Division. We added a $50 monthly stipend for officer participation on special teams, and those teams include the SWAT negotiations, the explosive ordnance devices, and honor guard assignments. We also added a $50 per month clothing stipend for employees assigned to the Criminal Investigation Division, the Civil Division, MRDTF, and for the training sergeant. We also increased the percent of the rank pay as a proportion of the sheriff's pay by 1.5%. So deputies are paid a percentage of the sheriff's pay, and we increased that percent amount by 1.5% for each of the ranks. And then we moved away from a step-based pay plan for the non-sworn officers, anyone in the detention center, to a single rate of pay, which would be movement to step 7. And that was applicable to the senior detention officer, corporals, and sergeant positions. So there was no change to detention officers. Those are currently being hired at step 6 or 7, depending on previous experience and qualifications. And the proposed contract in front of you, it's been ratified by the association members and acknowledged by the sheriff, and staff recommends your approval.
Are there any questions for Kari?
Mr. Chair.
Commissioner Hannahausen.
Mr. Rosier, thank you very much. Appreciate your work, and that's mainly what I want to say. But I just want people to understand how this works. We have, you can tell us how many. I think there are 4 or 5 contracts that we have, labor contracts with different labor units, and they all are on scheduled update years. And this was the update year for this. The reason we're doing it now is that we open those negotiations, work with them in good faith as long as we can until we get an agreement, and now is when it's happened. And that happens for this agreement next one will be in 2027, correct?
That's correct.
So just an education for people who might be watching on TV saying, how does this work? Why are they doing this? Just to, you don't have to get into the details, but just kind of an overview of why we do what we do.
Sure.
And
Sure,
appreciate you. This is really hard work for you and your team and our legal team. Thank you very much for your hard work on this and getting to this point.
Yeah, Commissioner, so you're pretty darn close on everything. We have 4 bargaining units across the county represented by 4 different associations. This group is represented, they're more of a self-association, and it just covers the employees of the Lewis and Clark County Sheriff's Office. Each collective bargaining agreement runs for either a 2-year or 3-year period. This one runs for a 2-year period, so every 2 years we do go into negotiations and we discuss terms of the collective bargaining agreement. And most of the time it involves pay and then other provisions, within the document. So that's where we are. It did, this contract that we just negotiated ended June 30th of 2025. So we are well into the first year of the contract. And we may be opening negotiations again for wage discussions soon, potentially for next fiscal year.
Thank you.
One question I might have, I know you do try to do comparison, make sure that we're competitive with what other counties are doing, similar sized counties are doing, and try to make us competitive with any state jobs that are similar. How do you find us? Are we near the top, near the bottom, in the middle, among those groups?
Chair Rolfe, I would say we are somewhere in the middle. We have a little bit more difficult time competing with cities, police offices. But as far as counties, we would probably be in the middle. Gallatin County and Missoula County are higher than us. So that's kind of what we do through these negotiations, is try to stay as competitive as possible within budgetary means.
Okay. All right. Any other questions? Commissioner
I
Payne?
have a question. The date on this is July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2027. Does the the pay benefits go back to July 1st, 2025, or does it start once this is ratified? I mean, when do they start making that big bucks?
Chair Payne, that's a good question. Almost all provisions are retroactive back to the beginning of the contract, so July 1, 2025.
So do we do a lump sum payment all of a sudden, or?
We do.
Okay, thank you for explaining that.
Any other questions or comments?
Mr. Chair,
Yes. Mr.
maybe I
Boss.
could just circle back and just add a little bit. You had talked about competitiveness. I just wanted to mention, I think we're all aware of this, but the way that we fund the sheriff's office and law enforcement is through the public safety levy, which was approved by our citizens. That is, I just wanted to throw that into the conversation, just as a reminder. That's our funding source for these operations. Thank you.
All right. Good. And that is a vote, that was, like you said, it was approved by the citizens, and as the funding source for our law enforcement, county law enforcement. Any other questions? All right. Is there any public comment on this item? Any public comment? Seeing none, do we have a motion?
Mr. Chair, I would move that we approve the labor agreement between Lewis and Clark County and the Lewis and Clark County Sheriff's Employees Association as presented by Director DesRosier.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. And is there any discussion among the commission?
Mr. Chair,
Commissioner Hunthausen.
just again acknowledge the hard work and appreciate all that has been done to get here. So thank you.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, I would have to agree. Any other comments from the commission? Seeing none, we'll move to a vote. All those in favor of approving the labor agreement between Lewis and Clark County and the Lewis and Clark County Sheriff Employees Association, as explained by Kari DesRosier, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously. We've arrived at the end of our scheduled items on our agenda, but we always leave time for members of the public to bring things to our attention that they are concerned about. we offer an opportunity here at the end of this meeting and all of our meetings for public comment about any item on that's under the purview of the county commission, but not on today's agenda. Is there any public comment? Is there any public comment? There being none, we're adjourned.